I like cappuccino and fish fresh from the sea. Chips from the casino, I'll wager won't be free. Vinegar, tartar sauce, tomato ketchup of course. I like cappuccino.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy Hickins and Trevor Gear.
Lining up at Heathrow that morning, I can still remember it very clearly. The captain came on and he said, welcome to Concorde. He said, we're actually fifth in line. He said, so we're going to have a little wait here.
Yeah.
He said, but you'll find this takeoff very different from anything you've experienced before. And then he said, oh, wait, no, air traffic controller just said we can be first in line because all the other planes, like the pilots had to want to show their passengers Concorde taking off. So he said, we're going right to the front.
Wow.
So we did. But he said it's more like a rocket taking off. He said it'll be very steep. And of course, Concorde took off at about 260 miles an hour, whereas most planes, they take off at about 150. So it's much faster. And yeah, the takeoff run, I mean, you were pinned back in your seats. And then, when it took off, the angle of climb was something else. It was really incredible. And then they sort of cut the noise. So you don't really hear it. You feel the noise more than hear it. And the climb was just incredible. And I remember over the sea, you could see cruise ships and things like that. And we were, well, what are you, 11, 12 miles up, 60-odd thousand feet. And then when he said, right, we're now going to go supersonic, he said, I've only got to push two little switches. He said, you'll feel two nudges in your back.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you felt. And then it built up speed. It sort of doubled its speed. So it was an incredible experience. And anyway, to conclude that, we were coming into land at this place in southern Spain.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely sunny day. So it was perfect conditions. It was early in the morning. We took off about 8 o'clock at Heathrow. So it was about 2 hours, 10 o'clock-ish when we were coming down to land.
Yeah.
And I think it may have been the co-pilot this time, he was counting down. He said, right, we're down to 20,000 feet and then 19. And he was talking about the flight we'd had, because we were all allowed to go and look at the flight deck as well. I mean, we were right at the front, my partner and I, so we could, and they'd kept the door open. It's before 9/11. You could see what they were doing. Anyway, you then counted down. It got down to 10,000 feet, and you could feel the plane dropping and getting fairly steep on its angle. Then it was 9, 8, 7. Got down to 5,000, and then a bit of a gap, but he then carried on 4,000, and people sort of looking out. The windows are tiny on Concorde, but you're sort of peering out there, seeing what's what. And it's quite a small plane. It's not like the wide body planes would go on. Anyway, got down to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then it went quiet. I mean, he went quiet. And no one was alarmed, because I thought, well, he's obviously 1,000 feet. You look out, couldn't really see much because it was hazy. It was very sunny, but it was very hazy. And then it was a couple of minutes later, really, but suddenly, talk about two prods in the back, you felt this enormous surge of power.
Wow. And
the angle of the plane changed, and suddenly we were zooming up. And I mean, people looked at each other. I mean, I can't describe the power. It was like being on a rocket. Nothing came from the cockpit. I sort of tried to peer, because we were in the front. I could just see them obviously doing a go around, basically.
Wow.
And I think I think I said at the time, I wish I'd taken some spare underwear with me, because it kind of, sorry if that's a bit rude, but it kind of, everyone was just looking at each other, what's going on? And anyway, after a couple of minutes, it was quite a long couple of minutes, he said, oh, nothing, no problem. He said, British Airways has a policy that if we can't see the runway at 1,000 feet, we're not allowed to land. He said, it's very sunny, he said, but it's very hazy, so we're going up again. He said, look at it, that you've got another 20, 25 minutes.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear, and Emmy Hickens. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deep Stuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deep Stuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
I love Laura Aikman when she's on the job. Not pretty as a picture, the lot she really